Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Frostpunk. I am the Alchemical Rabbit, and we have research available, but we have no wood, so we are going to unfreeze time for a few moments until we get to 10, and then we're going to check this gloomy cave. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. We could risk attacking the bears, or we could leave them alone. Now, if we do this, we're going to get a bunch of people, which does mean we have to build and feed them. But the team could also die. But I am not one to leave people. We risk attacking the bears. And we have successfully... We saved everyone. No one died. Perfect. They're going to come back. Once they get back to our city, we'll send them to the Lost Expedition. With that in mind, that means we are going to need more wood. So let's get to building a sawmill now. Double rations. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give them a bit more food. We are going to have to build more food soon. So this is the balance of this game. Balance of this game comes from the fact that you will constantly be out of resources. Alright, so we have a sawmill. You can see we can sort of get close to some of this wood over here. Now, problem is it wouldn't be adjacent to the street. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. Yes. So with that building going there, we are then going to extend a road to it to connect the steam pipes. Then we can put workers there, and we will have much better goings-on. We do need to get back to 10 wood, though, for the next thing of research. We unfortunately did not get it. Here are the first group of survivors. Unfortunately for them, we do not have housing available. So, welcome. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? First expedition left London months ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We'll have to look for them. Maybe do none of these people know what happened to them? Alright, so we need to build 3 houses. Unfortunate. Go ahead and send something looking for that lost expedition. Because some of those quests, if you don't tackle them sooner rather than later, the game will bite you about that. Alright, do I really want to piss everyone off? Yes. It is unfortunate, but we need it. Discontent will rise slightly. He has been assigned to an emergency shift, has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and he doesn't want to end up dead like one of his... Oh, you get back to work. We have children working. Alright, so we have more engineers, so now we can start distributing workers better. So we have that. We could actually, as soon as we have enough money, we can build a second hunting lodge now, because we have the people to staff it. So there is that. So the first thing we are going to do is concern ourselves with food. Won't need a second cookhouse for a very long time. You can also go there. That seems fine. We have a new law available. I believe we are going to go for the public house. Public house is the bar. See, hope is going up. People are angry. We're going to deal with that, though, so I'm not too upset. Now, people, we are low on wood. That is fine. Alright. Now, we do have the cemetery available to us. We should probably build that. I'm just going to put this up in a little corner over here. Once again, temperature does not actually matter to a cemetery. Shockingly. Alright, that sound effect was the sound of the expedition reaching its target. Oh, it might find survivors. Happy reunion. We enter the camp, peering out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Alright. We need to escort these folks back to the city. Yes. That is even more people that we have to house. but it's more workers. You see the balance here. You see where it's coming. Ah, this building is almost done. Also, we just hit a warm-up, which is actually very, very good. So now it's going to drop down to just -30 instead of, yeah, -40. Things aren't quite as bad. We can look at the color and see, like, okay, most buildings are now chilly, if not terrible. So what I am going to do is I am actually going to take this road and extend it all the way around because we're going to need it. I'm also going to build a second fighting arena over here to cover the rest of the houses. That will help with discontent. We do have a problem with food. So towards that, we immediately get more workers on it. Shouldn't be a problem. Do we have anywhere that... Okay, research is available. I have been missing that. We have the beacon heaters. These are little heaters that don't take a lot of coal that we can put into individual buildings and allow us to not have to use other things. Alright, so we need 6 houses. People found a trail. Alright. We can go to the crash site. Sturdy shelter. That seems like it could potentially have resources. We're going to go there. Alright, you guys are still cooking food. 2 buildings are doing that. Let's go ahead and start building more tents. So that's going to be enough for 30, so that's halfway there. The other thing we'll be able to do soon is using research, we can expand the radius of the generator. Food for overtime work. Our people are becoming less and less committed to their work. Perhaps we should give them some extra rations. From now on, emergency shifts will cost food. Yeah, we'll take it, but we aren't going to use emergency shifts very much. So heaters have been researched, which will be good when the next frost comes. What? Okay, so this part's done. This is done. Steelworks we'll worry about a little later. So we need to go the next level. Not more scouts. Resources, maybe. Sawmill upgrades can be quite good. Or Hothouse, which I am actually a very big fan of. So that's 50 wood. Which is unfortunate, because, you know, we do need to build some stuff. But it just... Alright, there. That is enough to house at least the people we have right now. I'm going to put it here, I think. Yeah, it seems good. Alright, so there. Everyone is now housed. I love it. Going back to health. We are going to build a second medical post just because, well, things are a little unhealthy in the place right now. So we'll continue the ring of lines so it's connected to a road, and there we go. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes, well, their tents. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. To start heating 7 cold homes within 24 hours, then keep them heated for 2 days. Discontent will rise. I can't do that right now because I don't have the research available. I could place an... Yeah, and the problem is coal is also about to be a problem. Alright. Let's take this into consideration. Let's see. We do have the Book of Laws. We are going to sign soup in. Soup kind of sucks for people, but we are completely out of food, so I don't really have much of a choice. Resources. We will need a coal thumper. That is going to require a bit more wood. We will have to wait till tomorrow for that. Yes, we are reduced to poverty. Now, how the poor ate in the workhouse. You are not wrong, Michael Percy. And unfortunately, we are out of coal. Generators is shutting down. Not a huge problem. Not yet, at least. Now, yeah, because over here, that turned on for a little bit. Drawing boards have been researched. Let's go ahead and get some people just finalizing this harvest. Then over here, we can deconstruct that. That'll free up more workers. Meanwhile, over here, we can... Ah, yes, the Hothouse. This will allow us to generate food continuously. Also, our scouting group has arrived. See, things are going fine. Just gotta learn not to panic. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects it from the cold. But there is wood, food rations, and steam cores here. So we're going to explore. This also found a steel bridge. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the steel bridge, explore that, come back to the crash site, and come home to deliver those resources. We don't get them unless they bring them back. The heating is off. That is actually... How bad is that? Not great. It's not terrible either. Alright, so a bunch of people are sick. But that's okay. Alright. Now that we've done that, let's look at resources. We have the coal thumper. Now, you notice how I built this road? See how it just fits a little snugly in there, like so? That is perfect. What I am probably going to want to do is I'm going to move this steam hub up a little bit, because soon I'm going to increase the radius on the actual generator, and it won't be needing to be that close to it. So, that is lovely. So, bam, that is now prepared. So, we immediately put 10 workers onto it. We are also going to put a gathering post at the end road here. The reason for that is because this coal thumper just pulls coal out of the ground and puts it in a pile. We still have to collect it. So that's looking good. We have a little bit of food. Hothouse has now been researched. This is good. The hothouse is a farm and fits immediately next door, which is lovely. We are running a little low on wood. Let's go ahead and get the sawmill upgrade to assist with that. That'll make the sawmill pump out a lot more wood for us. Steam core. We have just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. Don't worry. There are sources of those. Now, will we find them is the question. So this is where a lot of the children are going to end up being working. We're still harvesting over here. That is okay. So, good, good, good. We have enough coal. I think we can turn this on for the night. And then, hopefully with the coal thumper, we will not be turning it completely off again. Yeah, we'll feed everybody. Stockpile 71 food rations? I think that's doable. Meanwhile, another hunter's lodge would not go remiss. We'll do something like that. Because we do still have a fair number of adults not working. Meanwhile, moonshine. Every meal slightly lowers discom... Yep, so that one's just a pure positive. We're just putting alcohol into the soup now. Everybody will be fine. So, with that, the next thing we want to do is probably build that public house. All we need for that is just a bunch of wood. That will come up tomorrow. Meanwhile, over here, where are those children? Let's go ahead and just put a bunch of workers and engineers over there. Children go to the farm. Perfect. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, take them off. There we go. So we can see all of our children are over here working in the farm and collecting coal. Just like God intended. It's lovely. Once again, it is free time. They will go to bed shortly. Let's go ahead and check out the bridge. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city, or disassemble it for research. So, if I disassemble it, I get 2 steam cores, or I can get an automaton. I'm gonna take the automaton. So what that is a machine, obviously, that when we... do I go there? We're going to go to the weather station. Then we're going to come back. So the automaton can be assigned to work a building. Don't need any more workers. And that building will work 24 hours. The problem is that they're kind of slow. But what we will probably put him on is we'll put him on the coal thumper, and that way we'll have a 24-hour production of coal. It produces half as fast, but it works 3 times longer, so we still get 50% more per day. Don't worry, we're gonna find Winterhome. You guys calm down. Alright. It's the other settlement that we're currently trying to find. Alright, we got some people who are sick. That's not super surprising. Things are a little nippy. Where do we have workers that we could have engineers? And a child. Putting the rest of the workers over there, and we are good. Alright. And see, discontent slowly lowers as things work out. So let's go ahead and enjoy this day. Get to work at 8. And everybody is now working. We have upgraded the sawmill. Lovely. We need to go to heating. We need to get that range upgraded. For that, we need 20 total wood. That's 20 total wood. Alright, we're going to upgrade the range on this sucker. And then we're going to actually disassemble this thing, so then we can shift it backwards. Alright, I see things are okay over here. We have a pile of 183 coal. This is all good. This is all looking good. We can see the coal levels are skyrocketing. Excellent. So, build that public house that we were promising, shall we? So, I'm feeling right about here, maybe? Over here is better, actually. So we will put it next to the kitchen. That's actually good. That way they can carry food right from the kitchen to there. Perfect. Unpause. Oh, yes. We also have a scouting group who's going to explore here. Find some immediate coal and a... Okay, so we found Winterhome. That was actually our objective, so we're going to do that. Then hopefully we'll be able to sweep back. The automaton will be here in about 1 day. The abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea at all. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. Hope falls a little. That's okay. We are still fine. We are 5 by 5. Let's see. Would it be better to divert you to this coal mine? Yes. Is it, though? So the reason is I'm not immediately going to Winterhome is it triggers events, and I'm not sure I want those events right now. You know what? Coal mine. Let's see the drama of what happens if I don't go to Winterhome. Alright, so that's building. That's the public house. We have enough. Let's see. Alright. The generator range has been upgraded, so we'll be able to upgrade that. The other thing I want to go ahead and do is get the medical post upgraded. Just because we do seem to be having a problem with people getting sick, and that means they are not working. We'll work on upgrading that. Discontent drops. And we do need a few workers over here. Where do we have... And let's see. How is this coal pile doing? You almost done? Really not. Alright, so... taking a few workers from over here to put them in probably the best job. Working at the inn. So with that, discontent is down. Hope rises once again. We are still okay. Resources, second coal thumper, wouldn't go remiss. More research could even actually be good for us. If I place that there, do I have enough for a heater? I do. So we can see by placing this here... Actually, let's up... Yeah, your range setting is good. Okay, so you can see now, as soon as I finish the research for extended range, we now get 2 rings off the generator. So they're actually very warm right now. So let's just put a generator here. And that one will work for protecting the housing. Not the housing, the workers. Boom. Yeah, so we'll swap this one over to the standard workday schedule. We'll go ahead and place some workers there. And go ahead and build a road. I'm going to say to there for right now. Now you can see this giant pile of coal. That's because this thing actually creates enough coal for 2 gathering huts. I only have the 1 working right now. Next thing we're going to need to look at is generating steel, though. I am, because everyone is perfectly fine right now, I am going to go for an emergency 24-hour shift on this research building. Just to power through the night a little. Alright, medical post upgrade is complete. That I am hoping will help. Alright, next up, we just need the steel mill. Alright. You guys have arrived at the coal mine. Explore. Won't be able... Ah, so this is the first place that will generate resources for us. What we can do is we can leave it alone, and later we can set up a, like, forward base here that will send us coal shipments regularly. It's tempting, but this is a lot of resources. And I'm taking them. Kind of a dumb idea, but I think we'll have enough coal generation in base to be okay, even in the late game. This building is still fine. Good, good, good. Could think about building another medical outpost. Yeah, considering we are looking at almost 20 people are sick now. I think we will. Just wish that automaton would get here. Actually, I think I'll put the automaton on the wood generation. Yes, can I help you? I must treat the gravely ill. I think it is time for some radical treatment. So what radical treatment would do, we could try to save them, but with amputation. And then sustain life is don't amputate, but just sort of keep them comfortable. Radical treatment. Always radical treatment. Chop off the limbs. They got frostbite and remove them. I do believe that unlocked... Did it unlock a new building? A new health building... Or not. Okay. I think we have to spend another law to get the building that comes off that. And that research is now complete. The steelworks is now available to us. That is a very, very good thing. Next up is going to be bunk houses, I think. Or more scouts. More scouts is probably not a bad idea. That'll allow us to get a second team out on the map. Yes, 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 yes. This is going quite well. Plenty of food. Coal is not terrible yet. The hungry are fed. Hope has risen. We do have the problem that there are some coal piles over here, but I'm probably not going to have to deal with them, so I'm not super concerned. Meanwhile... Alright. More scouts is done. Under heating, I don't want to upgrade the power just because that's going to take more coal right now. Faster gathering, if we are going to be doing a lot of focus on over here, faster gathering will be a necessity. We have 22 workers available, 3 of which are children. Children are currently where? Okay. Steelworks. Where do you go again? Ah, all the way over here. So there's like a steel vein over here. I am going to place it all the way over here. Which is actually maybe not the best idea. But we're going to need steel for more advanced buildings, so we'll leave it there for right now. Alright. Oh! Hey, the robot arrived! Yeah, so these are little mini, not factories, labor groups. We can assign this to a building. He'll be there forever. The main thing is he will have to refuel off of a heater. So we do kind of want to keep him close to one of those. So we're going to go ahead and put an automaton over here. It is bloody massive. This is true. And what we can do is come straight to there. And then hook it up there. Not ideal because we have a little bit of negative space there I don't like. But we do need to get people working. So, oh, hello. Yes, I know how to use them. Thank you. Yeah, so now he will be collecting wood 24 hours a day. You can see it's going up even now. So we have faster gathering. That will help us. Resource depots. We don't need upgrading that yet. Bunk houses. Let's get the heating levels on all of these houses up. Because we are about to hit another cold snap. Alright, so we are going to turn on one thing of coal and put a bunch of workers in here. This place, because of the heater, will stay probably chilly because we're about to hit a cold snap. Alright, the good news is that medical looks like it... yeah, we need to build more medical. Just not... yeah, it doesn't quite fit there, unfortunately. We could use a medical facility on this side of everything, though, so that seems good. We do have more laws available. And let's see, we can do extra rationing. Yep, we are going to do that. That will allow us to spend food to heal people faster. And we are immediately going to use it. Try and get some... if we can get our people healthy, it will help our efficiency. A humane measure, but is it prudent? It is prudent, yes. Not too worried. Yeah, now see, the automaton does have to wander off, and we'll just see him do his little dance. He'll come over to the steam hub, and that is where he will heal up. Now, immediately with this new frost, we'll see that we have some cold problems happening in some of our buildings. We will pay attention to that, but keep in mind the steam hub next door will turn on during working hours. So as soon as that's on, it is fine. Bunk houses are now available. So this is the next upgrade for housing, and we can just slap those suckers on top. Takes a bit of wood, but it allows them to basically live in another level of cold without concerns for heating, because they actually have walls now. Shocking how much that helps. So yeah, so the outer ring will now be upgraded. We'll save the inner ring for last. We are going to explore here really quick, taking these resources, and we are going to jump home, because these boys are carrying a lot. So much so, actually, that I think I'm actually going to build a gathering post. Not a gathering post, a resource depot. What do I need for that? 40 wood, jeez. And coal is the only thing we're kind of low on storage for, at least. Coal mining we're okay on. Wall drill we're not doing yet. None of that. So, don't have enough for that. I was just talking about concerns about storage. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more resources. Good. And now we can get the resource depot upgraded, so when these guys show up in 8 hours, we will have plenty of room to store all that coal they're carrying. Can I help you? Oh no, someone has had their first amputation. We will build the care house, which is where we will put amputees, in a little bit. Okay, we are on free time. Is that okay? I honestly think it might be. Yes, that is okay. You can see, steel-wise, steel mill doesn't create a whole lot, so we're going to need to upgrade that sucker later. And here comes the team back. They've arrived, and they brought a crap ton of resources. We're even full on wood. Let's go check this large convoy and head back to Winterhome. Now, I did do research that actually lets me make another team. The problem is, I don't have anyone available at this exact moment. So we'll do that, swap that out, get another convoy going, and start heading out in this direction. It's going to be kind of hard to cover the entire map with only one scout group. We are swimming in wood and food right now. So, while we have this opportunity, we've already upgraded. There we go. All those houses will now be upgraded, which is great. We are also going to start looking at building a second gathering post. Deal with this coal pile we have over here. Finally, we talked about needing more resource storage. It can go over here in the cold section. This is why I wanted those guys to grab so much stuff. It's because by doing all that now, see, I can even build a second steel mill over here, which will help this area become sort of a resource hub, because these buildings are going to be good for us the rest of the game. I'm not too worried about it. So when we need to build more places that need to be warm, we could actually do it over here. Because, let's see, I think that location's pretty good. So yeah, so when people are inside, the heat will be on. Love it. You over here, let's spend some food on you to get you recovering a little bit faster. Yeah, and we have stabilized for the immediate moment. Reasons will come up that will not be the same, but so yeah, you can already see the houses are getting built. During that time, it does say that there's no one, you know, they don't have housing. Don't worry, it'll be ready in a few hours. Bam. With that, we have massive hope. Discontent is low. We are doing pretty darn good, all things considered. Alright, so we have the 2 gathering posts. That one's alright. Don't need another fighting arena at this exact moment. We have 4 steam cores. That's actually very good. So yeah, we are actually in a very good place right now. Alright, let's put some workers, you and you. So that's just basically where everyone extra is right now. They're just working on coal gathering. Which is more than fine. Cool. So now that that's on, I can turn off this thing, and I can switch this to working hours only. Now you might be saying, aren't you short on workers? Yes, I am actually. I do have a worker shortage. This place we'll use to store, not coal actually, food rations. Because we're going to keep eating into coal, so food is something I'd rather have a crap ton of. Tech tree. Let's go for the wall drill. It does take steam cores, but it also basically guarantees us infinite wood. The more we can get ahead on resources right now, the better we're going to be in the late game. Let's be clear about that. Are you out of resources? No, what's the problem? Ah, storage is full for wood. That raises some interesting questions. Alright, now I did talk about I was going to build a care house. I was not lying. I present to you our first care house. Bam. So that will be a place that amputees can be placed until they can receive a better treatment. Perfect. Alright, the wall drill has been researched. Research, where does the wall drill go? Alright, goes over here, does it? Alright, so we'll place that there. It did use up a steam core, keep that in mind. Bam. So that is over there now. We could go for the charcoal kiln. We will eventually need it. And yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next upgrade of heating, because I actually want to get efficiency on the upgrade, or not on the upgrade, on the generator a little bit better. Alright, so you will have a road soon enough. Excellent. Now that people are not working, coal goes back down. We have, who are you? You have reached the observatory. And we find survivors. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explain that they came here for help but found everyone dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote up in their diaries, the loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun itself is dimming. Alright, let us get these survivors back home. We actually need workers. And we can actually absorb them decently. So what I am thinking is... bunk houses. Where do we want to put these bunk houses? Because we know there's going to be some more people. I am feeling this region over here. Might be going, why are you leaving these spaces? We still have to build certain buildings in here, and they haven't been introduced yet, so we're just trying to make sure we're okay. Yeah, so he will continue to work there. We built the care house. Everyone is happy. Go Going ahead and building some new houses for when these people arrive. See, now we're to the point that we're ahead of people arriving, which is wonderful. Yep, so we will get some more people for that steel mill soon enough. He's recharging. Yeah, that wall drill, we're mostly just building it now so that we remember we have it later. Perfect. Alright. Another day. Temperature returns back down to 30, and we are swarming with people. However, we did already build housing for them. So we can go ahead and put workers there. We can go ahead and pull engineers out of as many places as possible. Put as many children in as possible. There we go. So now that that is done, what else do we need? Alright, you have arrived. There is currently nothing over here to scout. Alright, in which case you are... You know what, you're going to target Winterhome. The other guy might get there a little faster, but I need both scouts deployed, so... Works out. Care house is set up. How are we doing? Medical? We're good. We're good on medical. Food? We're good on food for the time being. We have wall drills. We have resource depots. We have random workshops for research. I mean, overall, we are pretty decent right now. Let's see. I don't think he's going to be in the heat, but that is okay. He has pretty good insulation, all things considered. Alright, so that is the road. Actually, we do need to build, apparently, more resource depots. Which, if there is one problem I'm going to have in this game, if it's resource depot management, I am happy to have that be the one problem. Very good, very good. Alright, drafting machine research is complete. So we have steam efficiency. So for that, we are going to have to get this first upgrade in. Yeah, we could take children off labor. Not that it really actually does any benefit to us. Yeah, this is the point. Like, you see, I have, like... I could have 20 of 26 kids not working. Having the children labor is incredibly helpful at the beginning, but it is admittedly probably less so as time goes on. You are storing coal. Because we're going to need to store a lot of coal through this game. As the temperature gets worse, we're going to need infinitely more. The large convoy. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in the blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. Escorting, so that's going to be 5 houses. Alright, so that is going to be... Just thinking where I want to put them. I am feeling here, 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 here. Seems like a decent plan. And then we'll do a quick run around with the road. I am going to build another medical facility because I have a feeling we're going to need it with that many more extra people. So now the generator's power has been upgraded. We're keeping it on level 1. The reason for that being, as you can see, everything is actually quite toasty right now. So I have no real need to have power level 2. We got power level 2 to get efficiency. I'm hoping we can't start research on immediately. So what do we want to put instead? Lighter scout sleds. Yeah, that would be good. Also factories. Factories will let us start, yeah, actually, factories we don't want to build yet until we have an infinite source of cores. Go ahead and turn that on. Yeah, we just want to try and keep the medical buildings especially in the yellow. A few people are hungry. That's simply because they haven't gone to eat. Hunters are on their way. Alright. Alright. Let's look at our economy real quick. You can see we are actually generating more coal per day than we are using. So this is very good. We have 3 coal piles that we haven't touched. Well, we've touched them, but we aren't harvesting. That's these boys up here. We're just going to leave them alone. If we suddenly find ourselves in an emergency coal situation, it's good to have some around. We go back here. We can then go to the House of Pleasure. We'll further lower discontent. We are going to save all of these until we actually have that. We are going to have ritual funerals, which are going to help hope even more. Inspirational speeches and all that. Yeah, so now we are gaining all of that. Research will be done shortly. You can get to the point you can actually have the robots working in research, which just seems silly. Alright, so now those guys are going to move faster. That is going to help us in general. Cold is not a huge problem. Steam Steelworks. We need steel faster. That is going to do a job for us. Alright, everyone has arrived. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out. We will send them back out. Not yet, though, actually. We are going to disband them because we have nowhere else to send them. And until there are more places to explore, we don't have a need for that. So we could be doing more wood. We'll do that. We'll turn the heater on and just start generating more wood for the hell of it. Can I help you? Someone has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for all of us." Hope goes up a little bit again. So we are maintaining hope very, very well right now. And I'm sure nothing is ever going to harm that. So pretty much the game is over. And we shouldn't be worried about it. That's all good. Alright, that's good. And another bit of research is complete. We can build the better place. Steam sawmill, not that great. Coal mining, Hunt tactics. This requires less workers, which means our hunting lodges are suddenly going to feed us 15 more workers who will be available. Now the question is where are my children working right now? We really actually have no reason to have children working in these places, do we? No. So let's remove that engineer. Let's see. Children continue to work in the farm. That's good. It's gardening. Otherwise, I'm just checking to make sure we don't have any problems. Nope, everyone is okay. How are these houses on the outside? They are still livable. They're not terrible. When the temperature drops, we may have to take some consideration. But that's when we have to just up the power on the... You know what? Discontent is so low. Let's get an emergency shift in at the research facility. Get that building done. It's only one building, so it doesn't, like, go that fast, but it helps. Especially if we can get, you know, an extra research done in a night. Bam. And so with that, hunting tactics is done. We could even go to flying hunters, which would get even more. Alright, we do know that we are about to drop in temperature. Healthcare facilities, for some reason, have really crappy temperatures, so let's go ahead and get that research done next. Alright. Progressing about 4 hours until we get to the other settlement. Finally know what went wrong. I'm sure their radio's broken or their beacon's having a problem or something. We're only an hour out. Alright, let's check temperatures. Temperatures don't go up. Okay, so because of that, we really don't need that on anymore. Yeah. See, like, we have these heaters in different places, but the only one we really need it on is the wall drill right now. So with that complete, what else can we research? We could upgrade our coal thumper. Produce even more coal. Let's get ahead on that, actually. I like that idea. So what we need is we have the steel works and we have a steel works. Yep, so we can just deposit that on both of those. And that will produce like twice as much iron for us now, which will be very good. Scouts, you have arrived at Winterhome. We climbed up the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead civilians. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair following squabbles, riots, and the city descended into anarchy. Fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us. We're eating our dead. There is no hope. Okay. Well. Boys. I mean, it's grim. But I certainly wouldn't say it's all wrong. There's an American camp. Several big tents. The biggest tents. No signs of life. That sounds like America. A flag flies above them. The American stars and stripes. Even from this distance, we couldn't mistake them. Excellent. Alright, so we are fine. We are alone. The news has shocked everyone. I understand that. They were supposed to be so many settlements and construction crews. Yeah, I know, but, you know, it'll be okay, guys. Everyone, relax, please. They're all dead. Why did Winterhome fail? Are we all going to die here? Coming here was a fool's errand. Ah, my hope! All of my hope! Look at my hope gauge. No! No! Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. People start to gather as news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. We must give them purpose. Faith and spiritual strength. Or order and discipline. Well, this is where we're going to show my bias. Order and discipline. You have found purpose. Institute the neighborhood watch. Just to, you know, keep everyone secured, everyone. This is the point. We just want to make sure that everyone is okay. So we're just going to deploy a couple of buildings just to assist us with maintaining order. Just some watchtowers. Make sure that no malcontents start to cause problems. It's all good. It is all good in the hood. Sir, you've convinced the majority to stay, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee for the city of London in over 2 weeks. They have come to try to change your mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. What, are we going to orderly decide who to eat first and when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like them. We are not going to die. Ah, the Londoners. There are 19 of them, and the people in the city are tending in favor of them. Let's see what we can do about that, shall we? First thing we're going to do, we're going to grab some of these workers and we're going to assign them to the neighborhood watch. Immediately hope rises. Need more steel. So yes, now that we have the Steel Coal Thumper researched, we will have that upgrade as well. Let's go ahead and get the Gathering Post upgrade. All these things do require metal. Do you have anything you could be doing in the immediate future that doesn't require metal? Guessing not. Probably not. Yeah, no, we need metal. Alright, but the good thing is we just built 2 of those buildings. As you can see, already we have 20 of that stuff. So what I am going to actually prioritize, though, is order. So for this, yeah, that's actually not a terrible location. You can see we have some problems with order, but by placing that there, we'll cover a good chunk of everything. No, efficiency, still not available. Alright, now efficiency should be available. Perfect. Let's go ahead and explore. The refugees from Winterhome. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. That is unfortunate. But Winterhome is a source of trees for us. Alright, so let's go check this freshwater spring. This boy is on his way up here, so we can send something here to get us wood later. Alright, so everything here is all good. We have so many workers available. It's actually quite nice. Tech, workshop, steam coal thumper. Just need a bit more of that good old-fashioned steel. Alright, we did lose the 24-hour shift on the research, but that's not a big deal. Meanwhile, over here, more workers. Go ahead and pause. And, oh. Degenerated, but alive. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They're a sorry sight and seem to have completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asking what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichen. Right. Let's just bring them back. More workers, more mouths to feed. Unfortunate. Let us see what we can do about food. We actually have something we can do for research for that, so I'm not going to build anything more. Alright, more scouts have arrived. Explore the American camp. The American camp was well supplied with everything except for food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. Artificial limbs, Tesla manufacturing. Weird. So we have that. There is a temporary settlement. But I think that is a good break point for today. That is the end of part 2. Please let me know down in the comments what you think. Maybe we'll come back and finish up this city in the future. We still have one more part, but we're probably not going to finish in the 3rd part. So let me know if you'd like to see more. I have been the Alchemical Rabbit. Please subscribe. I'll see you later.